health, mind, body, spirit. Hello, you are watching an interesting video about top benefits and reasons you should try yoga. Please read this disclaimer carefully. What are the benefits of yoga practice? A regular, several times a week, practice of yoga poses offers improved physical health, increased awareness of body and self, and a happier, more tranquil state of mind. Though the benefits do not all happen immediately, there is a good chance you will come out of your first beginner's yoga class with an idea of why the practice of Hatha Yoga and its many variations continues to grow. Here is a list of 5 reasons why you should consider learning some yoga poses as part of a complete fitness plan. Improve chronic health conditions. Though serious research on the benefits of yoga has lagged far behind where it could be, there is now a noteworthy number of scientific studies on how yoga poses affect the body and mind. Back pain, PTSD, arthritis, carpal tunnel syndrome and depression are some of the conditions that have been managed successfully with yoga. While yoga may not be an actual cure for disease or illness, in many cases it works better than surgical and pharmaceutical options. Even the National Institutes of Health suggest yoga is a worthwhile approach to improved health and fitness. In particular, they note its usefulness in reducing chronic low back pain. Increased awareness of body and mind. Yoga is about much more than the physical, that's part of what makes it different from other exercise. With experience and practice, yoga becomes equal parts body, mind and breath. We become more aware of the layers and subtleties of each of these. If that sounds esoteric or abstract, try this. Repeat a simple movement, such as raising your arm or leg, several times. If you focus closely on the action, with each repetition, you become more aware of the individual muscles involved, how engaging one set of muscles makes the action easier, whether the arm twists, turns or stays straight when you raise it, etc. Then, add breath. Inhale as you raise the limb, exhale as you lower it. Does the breath help the action or make it flow more smoothly? This is type of awareness we work on when practicing yoga poses. Over the course of weeks, months and years we become much more finely tuned into the subtle interactions of all parts of our being. A greater sense of well-being. Along with increased awareness and improved physical health comes a greater sense of well-being. In short, practicing a carefully planned sequence of yoga poses makes you feel good. The more you practice, the better you feel. That's how people get hooked on yoga. When the body feels good, the mind feels good. Yoga students often report that, over time, they feel calmer and less prone to anger or frustration in challenging situations. Part of yoga is feeling less drawn to material possessions, wants and desires, while still maintaining an internal drive and sense of contentment. Regular practice of yoga poses seems to make this happen naturally, though with increased self-awareness and observation, this aspect of yoga can be enhanced further. Increase strength, stamina, flexibility and balance. These characteristics are the 4 pillars of physical fitness. Many people associate yoga with flexibility, but it offers much more than that. There are a number of yoga poses where physical strength is needed more than flexibility. Chaturanga Dandasana, 4-legged staff, is one example. The strength used in yoga rarely relies on just one muscle group, instead spreading the effort throughout the body so that various sets of muscles can all contribute. All 4 of these traits, strength, stamina, flexibility and balance, are developed by a well-rounded practice of different types of yoga poses. No one begins yoga equally able in each of these areas, but, over time, with consistent practice, the differences become less noticeable. Overly flexible people develop more muscle tone, the muscle bound gain flexibility. Yoga is accessible to everyone. Yoga is available to everyone and everybody. It is never too late to start, and there are ways to modify yoga poses to accommodate different body types and physical conditions. There are even those with paraplegia and amputated limbs that practice yoga. Though taking weekly yoga classes from a certified teacher is the best way to begin yoga, there are other options. Yoga books are one source of information, but in the internet age, even though there is no substitute for personal instruction, many prefer online yoga instruction. Websites offer yoga class videos led by qualified instructors, usually for a reasonable fee. YouTube, of course, is another source. If you want free yoga classes, that may be the best place to look. Remember that quality varies, so you may want to search for videos that are part of a series with lots of followers. If you are unsure about starting yoga for any reason, contact your local yoga studio with your questions or concerns. Most are eager to help, and they are likely to have a beginner's yoga class that would be perfect for. These are just a few of the many reasons that millions of people practice yoga regularly. Be aware that there are many types of yoga. Hatha yoga is a very general description that can vary depending on the studio or teacher. Bikram yoga or hot yoga is practiced in heated studios. Iyengar yoga classes pay close attention to alignment and specific actions while adapting poses based on ability. Power or vinyasa yoga may feel more athletic, with flowing and continuous movement from yoga pose to pose. If you try a class or teacher that doesn't feel right for you, don't give up on yoga. Try another one. If you are uncomfortable in a beginner's yoga class, schedule a private lesson. It's a great way to get started and gain confidence. Before you know it, you'll be a regular yoga. Notes and references. Thank you. Keep watching more interesting and informative videos.